So what's up, guys? Today we're gonna be going over how to build well in National Dex Doubles. So let's just get started with a new team here. Alright, here. So we have this. We're gonna want to add a Pokemon. Now you have a lot of options here. The first Pokemon, we have the most wiggle room as we can. So we might want to pick a very threatening Pokemon or more of a defensive Pokemon. So I think with this team I'm going to start out with Thundurus Therian, as it can do very good damage and it's just overall good to do damage. So we're gonna we can pop an Assault Vest on this thing to give it a little bit more bulk. Volt Absorb. Look up special moves. So now at this point, once you have your first Pokemon, you're gonna wanna get moves that fit it. So with Thundurus Therian, it's more of an offensive damager. So you'd want more offensive moves. So I would look up higher power. I would personally go with Wild Bolt Storm, because then you can do good damage with that as well as it hits both targets on the opponent's side. And then for the next choice, it might seem hard, but it's usually good to have a pivot option on your team. So I think I'm going to go with Volt Switch here, because Volt Switch does some damage, then it switches you out. So we're rocking 2 electric moves right here. So we cannot hit ground types at all. So at this point, we would want to look for a typing that hits ground types. So one of the moves that Thundurus gets that can hit ground type super effectively is Grass Knot, and we'll hit that on there. And we don't have many options, but we're looking at these 2 moves, Electric and Grass. Neither of those can hit Grass types or Dragon types, so we would want something that hits one of them or both of them super effectively. And I don't see anything on this that hits Dragon super effectively, but I do see Sludge Bomb, which hits Grass super effectively, so we'll use that. And then it's never bad to use the Smogon analysis thing, because then for new players, it's very easy to figure out how it works. But for this Thundurus, I think I'm going to run more bulky here instead of what it recommends me. I'll still run it really fast because it can just do so much damage, but I'm going to run it more bulky than most. So after I have this, you're going to be wanting to switch a Terra type. In some situations, you're going to want the Terra type to be the exact same. In this situation, I don't think so, though, because Thundurus's weaknesses are to rock and ice, and both of those are resisted by steel. So in this situation, I have to go with steel type. Now, after your first Pokemon, you're going to want to look at what weaknesses it's weak to and what resistances it has. So Thundurus has a resistance to fighting, grass, bug, and an immunity to ground. Yeah, I think so. It's weak to ground and ice, so I'm thinking that Politoed is a good option here, because it sets up rain, and that means Wild Bolt Storm cannot miss. So I think it's better here if I were to go Politoed. We can go to Drizzle. Now here we have some wiggle room. Encore is a good choice because it can make an opponent's Pokemon keep using the same move over and over again, such as Protect, which has a 1 in 3 chance to fail after if you try to do it consecutively. After this, we might want to look at a more like a move to do damage, but nothing is going to be doing a ton. So Muddy Water is not a bad option as it hits both other Pokemon. And then right now, looking between these two, neither of these can hit Dragon super effectively. Which is not good since Dragon is a very common type in X doubles. So I think I'm going to put on the move Ice Beam. And then since Politoed is usually a more defensive wall, I think I'm just going to use Protect as the last move. Now this we're going to want a lot more bulky than the Thundurus, just so it can stay out longer. And then we'll use minus speed in case we play against a Trick Room team. And this needs Encore something. Or if it's against a different Sunsetter and it needs to be slower than it, then it's just good coverage. And then I would probably run Damp Rock to let the rain go longer. And then we would want Grass Terra because Politoed is weak to electric and grass. So electric and grass are both resisted by grass types. Now for this third Pokemon, we're going to narrow it down a little bit more, but we're going to want now a Mon that can support the other two, but also being individual. So right here, I'm looking at the team, and we do not have any physical attackers. So I might want to look for a certain physical attacker. I don't know, I'll find something. But you're going to want to have a mix of them because as of right now, my team just loses to Blissey, which has a very high special defense stat as well as the highest HP stat in the game besides Eternamax Eternatus. So we're still going to be wanting to look out for Pokemon that cover our weaknesses pretty well. And right now, all we're weak to is rock right now. So we're going to want to find a rock resist. Which can be a lot of different things. Iron Hands, I like because it's bulky, but it also has a very high attack stat, so it's good there. So I think I'll run the Booster Energy item because it gets the ability Quark Drive, which boosts its highest stat if holding the Booster Energy item or in Electric Trade. So I think I will want the support move Fake Out on this. Because it makes the opponent unable to move for one turn. And that is good on this. So we'll run Fake Out, Drain Punch, maybe Bulk Up. Does this thing get knockoff? No, it does not. Then we could run Protect here, but I don't think this is the best choice right here. I think either a Dark or Ghost type move would be better. But we do not have that. So I think Protect here is fine. We might run into some problems with some Ghost types, but that's fine. We'll run, like, this one will run really offensive. And we'll make it a Trick Room attacker. In case we have to play against Trick Room, or we might use it. Then Terra for Iron Hands can be very versatile. I think Grass is good here because it counters Electric's ground weakness. So yeah. After you have your first 3 Pokemon, you're going to be wanting to look at what the meta is and what it struggles against. So, as I'm looking right here, I'm noticing my team cannot do anything against Goldango. Nothing at all. It has neutral moves. Iron Hands can't hit it at all. All Politoed can do is Muddy Water it to hit neutrally. And yes, Thundurus can use Wild Bolt Storm. You're not going to be wanting one move that can hit a Pokemon. So I think I might want to run a Ghost type to counter Goldango, as well as get more coverage. And we have 1 offensive Mon, and then 2 more defensive Pokemon right now. So we're gonna want a more top-heavy attacker here. So what else we might want is a physical attacker here, because we already have 2 special attackers and only 1 physical attacker. We could run Marowak Alola. This might seem a little confusing, but Marowak Alola gets the Lightning Rod ability, which is very good as it redirects all electric type attacks to it, and it gives it a special attack boost, which doesn't matter, but it's just easier to have it that way. It also has high physical attack with the Thick Club, which doubles its attack. So we could run Earthquake to cover Goldango, like I was saying before. Does it get Poltergeist? Yes, it does. We can run that. Is there something else? Yeah, for this last move. I mean, not this last move. You probably look for a status move. I think this thing gets Will-O-Wisp. Too far. Yeah, I think Will-O-Wisp is a good option. And Stealth Rock isn't bad. So, I think I'm going to run a lot of physical attack. And then low speed. Okay, so with this one, we are going to be running a Terra type of Dark, because Ghost types are weak to Dark and Ghost types, and Dark resists both of those. Okay, now that we have a kind of summary of our team so far, we're going to want to look at our big weaknesses. Right away, I see ground. We have 2 Pokemon weak to ground. Let's see what else. Electric is the least of our worries. We have 1 resistance, 2 immunities, but we do have 1 weak, but that's fine. Fire, we're running rain, so we're fine there. Yeah, ground right now. Ground and water. So grass type would be good. Is there any grass types with Trick? Trick Room? There's Meowscarada, but that won't be good. Celebi. Celebi could be very good. Yeah, nothing. So, the reason I chose Sinistcha was because it heals its partner very well, as well as getting burns off. So, that is good. So I think I'll want the item Leftovers. The ability Hospitality. I want the move Life Dew to heal up it in its partner. Obviously Trick Room. Then we're also gonna want Matcha. Gotcha. What's the move? Is there no T? There. Matcha Gotcha. Now, we have a few options here. I think we should run Scald because it will get boosted by the rain. So we'll use high defense stat here. Special defense stat, I mean. High with that. And then some in there. And the Terror type for this, we can go a few different ways. But I think Water type is the best because it makes us resist the Fire type moves that Sinistcha's weak to. Plus, it gets same type of attack bonus on the move Scald. Additional with the rain boost. Okay, so for this last Pokemon, we want to look at the overall synergy of the team. And right now, we need another fast Pokemon. And we have a lot of wiggle room on that Pokemon. I think we want a fast Dark type Pokemon because we have 2 Pokemon weak to both Dark and Ghost. So I believe the best choice will be a fast Dark type. A good choice here, I would have to say, the best choice is Meowscarada. We do get another fire weakness, but that does get negated by the rain, so we're fine. Flying types we do not like a ton, but we can deal with it. Bug, our team is fine against. Fairy, our team is okay against. Overall, not bad. I think we're going to want Focus Sash. Ability Protean. U-Turn. Trick Room. This might seem a little bit crazy, but that can be a last-ditch effort, Trick Room, if we really, really need to get it up. So you can remove Flower Trick and Knock Off. It gets that, right? Yeah. So we're just going to want really high sweeper mode. High special attack plus speed. So then this can just, it will look very weird. This team is a little bit funky overall, but I will play one game with it to show how it synergizes together. So yeah. Then the tier type we want on this would be Steel, because it's just best for it. Validate. Oh, Iron Hand's gonna get bulk up. Oopsies. Different setup move. Swords Dance. Yep. There. Is it good now? Okay. So we'll go to National Dex Doubles. Use our new team. And then we will figure out how good it is really. Keep in mind, I am very high. I'm not very high, but I'm on the higher end of the ladder in National Dex Doubles, so it should work pretty good. I'll cut to when it starts. Okay, so I just got into a game, and already looking at this team, Thundurus looks great here. So I think I'm going to lead Meowscarada and Thundurus. Zapdos. Okay, Zapdos and Serena. We are fine with that. So right here, we're going to want a U-turn into Serena and a Wild Bolt Storm. So this team is well, maybe not definitely, but probably Psy Spam. Or at least partially. Ooh, Weakness Policy. That is a good play. I'm going to bring in Marowak here to see what he tries to go for. Give me a para on one. Okay, if I get full para on Serena there, that's very good. Evasion. Okay. That is very much not good. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp that and Wild Bolt Storm again. Because that is very dangerous. And Evasion is probably, well, no, attack will be the worst. Evasion is probably the second worst it could have been. Because Evasion makes it harder for me to hit my attack. So I'm going to try to get Will-O-Wisp off and nerf the attack before it can get out of hand. And then Wild Bolt Storm will kill Serena. And yeah. Well, actually, no, I take back that turn. I'm going to switch Marowak into Politoed. So I can make sure to hit this for sure. So then Wild Bolt Storm is guaranteed to hit. Drill Peck is doing nothing. Give me a para. Okay, we're fine with that. Now, this comes down to what he brings in here. But if he... Basically, worst case scenario... Well, actually, no. Nothing is terrible here. Everything is manageable on his team. There isn't like one singular threat that is very dangerous. So we should be safe here. It's probably the worst thing you could have gone into, but it's fine. Muddy Water and Wild Bolt Storm just to get off damage is a good play here. Ooh, you do not follow me. Expanding. This is offensive and DD, I see. Ah. Okay. I think now it's time to bring in Sinistcha. Now Pecharunt is dangerous here. Muddy Water again. And I think I have to go for Trick Room. Don't get it. Oh, let's go. Lower accuracy makes it really good. Wait a minute. How was... Oh, never mind. I thought of something else. These two should do a lot together. Heal up. Burn on Malamar. So Malamar is gone. Yeah, Malamar is gone. Okay. And then they just forfeited. So that was a very basic beginner way to build a team. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed.